Yeah! Run it back, nation. What is good? Sicko nation. What is good? USA! 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 Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. This is Run It Back Philly. This is brought to you by Game Time Ticket app. Go to gametime.co or use the Game Time Ticket app and use the promo code CLNS for $20 off. Why do I got this up here? Why do I got this up here, man? Check it out. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the USA versus Serbia game, and then I have what is probably going to turn into a rant about Joel Embiid and how NBA fans should respect him. All right, that's what's gonna happen. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hit the like button. Give me 1,000,000 likes on the stream, on the show, whatever you're watching. If you're watching live, you're watching it back, whatever. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whatever, hit the like button a million times. Okay? First of all, this was an amazing basketball game. And I'm a little bit perturbed, not perturbed, but a little bit annoyed, I guess, that people aren't as into Olympic basketball as they are the NBA. Like, the NBA goes away and Olympic basketball starts. It only happens every 4 years. And everybody's gone. You know, all you guys are still here, but like all of the casual fans are like, I don't care about Olympic basketball. I don't get it, bro. This is amazing. This is amazing. What you just watched yesterday was amazing. And the competition around the world is getting better and better and better every Olympics. These are becoming, I mean, that game was incredible. You know, it used to be the USA just had a bunch of NBA players. Nobody else had many NBA players, and nobody was that good, and they blow out everybody like the 92 Dream Team. The 92 Dream Team played 10 NBA players over the course of an entire tournament, which is 8 games. Serbia alone has 8 NBA players on their roster. So these games are becoming, like, incredibly competitive. And yesterday was so much fun to watch. I will say this. Serbia, a little bit lucky. All right? You started out the game insane from 3. I mean, like 6 for 7 from 3, 7 for 11. They just started out the game so hot from 3. Micic even banked one in the second quarter. And I said, they're going to come down to earth. The basketball gods are not going to allow this. And that's exactly what happened. They had 17 made threes in the first 3 quarters, 0 made threes in the fourth. So they were living off of the 3 ball. They came back down to earth, and that's how inevitably the USA won the game. Of course, Steph Curry was absolutely unbelievable. Scored the first 11 points for the USA. Got so hot that he shot a 3 in the corner where he turned around and looked at the bench while the ball was in the air. The dude was cooking, and without Steph Curry dropping 40, USA might have lost this game. Without Joel Embiid sparking 2 big-time runs when USA was struggling to not only score with the bench unit, but struggling to stop Nikola Jokic and all of the other Serbians that circle around him on the backdoor cuts and all of that. As soon as Joel Embiid goes to the bench, it's a layup line. It's a tale as old as time. It doesn't matter what team he's on. As soon as he sits, everything collapses, and he has to come back in and save the day. And that happened in this game. I want to give a shout out to Bojan Bogdanovic. The dude was on fire, and in at least the first half of the game, going back and forth with Steph Curry, it was a lot of fun to watch. What else I want to say about this game? Oh yeah, somebody posted a clip of Joel Embiid leaning in the first or second quarter, drawing a foul. Even the broadcaster said Embiid absorbs contact. And he didn't get the call and missed a shot, and Serbia calls a timeout, and Kerr started his substitutions. It was a standard time for substitutions, but somebody took that clip of Joel Embiid trying to draw a foul and posted it and said Joel Embiid was benched immediately after this play. You see what I mean? These are the things that are happening on the internet that's infiltrating casual fans' brains because they don't watch. They're not watching. They're playing Fortnite or something and scrolling through Twitter. They have no idea what they're talking about. The only information they're getting is from random idiots like that creating narratives by using short clips and putting them out of context. And now I'm seeing a bunch of people, content creators especially, coming out and giving Joel Embiid his flowers. And really what they're doing is exposing themselves for this being the first time they've actually watched Joel Embiid play live basketball. So basically they're coming out here and saying, oh shit, Joel Embiid is really good. Wow. I was hating for 4 years. I was hating for 5-7 years on YouTube or whatever. And he's actually really good and he had a great game. Yeah, this is the first time you watched him live because you don't watch games. I have a rant about a specific YouTuber a little bit later on this show about that. In the second quarter, Joel Embiid went to the bench. The game turned into a layup line. Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, the game turned into a layup line. Serbia goes up 14. Embiid comes back in the game, immediately sparks a 7-0 run. In the fourth quarter, same thing happened. United States is still down, struggling to keep up, struggling to defend the paint. The bench unit outside, actually everybody outside of Steph Curry, Kevin Durant for parts of the game, but outside of Steph Curry for basically the whole game, nobody could score until Joel Embiid came back in the game. Fourth quarter, Joel Embiid comes back in the game and puts 7 straight points on Nikola Jokic. Joel Embiid, in an arena where everybody's booing him because they're mad that he didn't play for the French national team. The entire arena hates this guy. He's going against Nikola Jokic, who plays for the Denver Nuggets, whose fan base hates this guy. Joel Embiid, on a world stage, absolutely fucking cooks Nikola Jokic in an arena full of booze. You can't write a story better than that. Everybody always ducking Jokic. Oh, he never plays him in Denver. Oh, he never this. Oh, he never that. Nikola Jokic PER player efficiency rating. Somehow let me do a fucking math equation to tell you that Nikola Jokic is a good defender. Nah! Here you go. Worldwide stage. Everybody watching. Joel Embiid made this dude barbecue chicken when it mattered the most, bro. He put him on the grill and put some barbecue sauce on there. What more do you want from this guy? In the most pivotal point of the semifinal Olympic game, Joel Embiid scores 7 straight points on Nikola Jokic's head to bring the United States back into the game. And gets a huge block on the other end. Offense and defense. And as soon as he goes out, Jokic starts cooking again. Anthony Davis cannot guard Nikola Jokic. He either fouls him or Jokic spins right past him. And they take the first lead of the game. The U.S.'s first lead of the entire game in the fourth quarter on another Steph Curry 3 because of a stonewall screen set by Joel Embiid where the defender went flying and tried to draw a foul. And Serbia shot bricks for the rest of the game. But you listen to me and you listen to me closely. What you just saw yesterday told you the 3 best players in the world. We'll say 4 because we're going to put Nikola Jokic in there, obviously, because Nikola Jokic is dragging Bogdanovic and Jokovic and this Vic and that Vic to the damn semifinals in the Olympics. Nikola Jokic is an amazing talent. The 4 best players on the planet. LeBron James, Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, and Nikola Jokic. And if yesterday didn't solidify that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Now, what we're going to do after I drop my Game Time sponsor and pay some bills is we're going to go through a couple of haters, one by one, and call them out and post exactly what they said and tell them exactly why they're wrong and why they need to start watching basketball with an open mind and not getting all of their damn narratives from the internet. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I have a feeling this is going to get better. I have a feeling this is going to get a lot better. Let me bring up Game Time. Game Time, where are you at? Game Time ticket app. Download the Game Time ticket app or go to gametime.co. Here's how it works. Here's the website. You go right on the website. You type in Phillies or whatever game you want to see. And the way the Game Time works versus other ticket apps is that the closer you get to the event, the cheaper the tickets become. Right now, in Arizona, if you happen to be there, you can watch Phillies versus Diamondbacks for $63. And Game Time gives you these things right here on the screen. They give you a best deal. They give you this one, which is the cheapest deal, which is $23 each. Right there, you can watch a baseball game for $23. You can't even go to Wendy's for $23 anymore. That's what Game Time Ticket app gives you. Terms apply. Go to Game Time Ticket app or download Game Time Ticket app. Go to gametime.co. Use the promo code CLNS for $20 off. That means if you buy this ticket right here, you're going to this game for $3 using that promo code. Shout out to Game Time for sponsoring the channel. Let's get back to business. How many people are in here? How many people? 234 people in here. Hit the like button for me one time. Close out the chat. Hit the like button for me one time. Here's what I want to say. Let me put the shades back on because here's what I want to say. For 2 weeks now, watching the Olympics, all I've heard is Joel Embiid needs to be benched. Anthony Davis is better. Bam Adebayo is better. Joel Embiid is the problem. Joel Embiid looks like trash. Joel Embiid's out of shape. Joel Embiid this. Anthony Davis needs to start. I am absolutely blown away that people who watch the NBA apparently are acting like, or were acting like, Joel Hans Embiid is just a random guy, is just a random player, and suddenly he's not good, and he needs to be benched, and Anthony Davis is better, and Bam Adebayo is better. I told you guys from the beginning, he doesn't play basketball in July. Yes, he looks out of shape. Give him a couple games to get it going, and you're going to see the Joel Embiid that you're used to. I cannot believe how people acted like Joel Embiid is just some NBA player. This is, when healthy, the best player on the planet. This is not Anthony Davis. This is not Bam Adebayo. This is not Jason Tatum. This is not Tyrese Halliburton. This is not Devin Booker. This is a solidified, most valuable player. And when he finally had a healthy season, it was almost unanimous. Joel Embiid is that good. And I also hope Steve Kerr learned his lesson that you can't run an Olympic team like a little league, everybody gets a turn, fucking participation trophy bullshit organization. You use the best players in the world and you center the system around them, and everybody else plays their role. And if they can't fit in the role, they don't get playing time. Jason Tatum, 0 minutes. Tyrese Halliburton, 0 minutes. It's not random. Joel Embiid, Steph Curry, and LeBron James are the best players in the NBA. Run the damn team around those three, and everybody else get in where you fit in. But all I heard for 2 weeks, Anthony Davis this, Bam Adebayo that, Joel Embiid's not, What was Anthony Davis doing in the first quarter? Getting cooked. What was Bam Adebayo doing the whole game? Getting cooked. Joel Embiid had to come back in and show you guys again. You can't write a better story than Joel Embiid being hated on by USA basketball fans and him being the one that has to come into the game, put the team on his back, and take this team to the gold medal round. Unbelievable. You can't write a better story. You absolutely can't write a better story. I actually can't see with these glasses on. So you can't write a better story than that. And you know what? Next Olympics, I hope Joel Embiid goes and plays for Cameroon. Because he doesn't have anything to prove. And I don't think he cares anyway what people think, which is another thing that I just admire so much about him. But he's just... He'll be underappreciated his whole career. But what happened yesterday, you just couldn't script it any better. And to come in that fourth quarter and drop 7 straight points on Nikola Jokic on a world stage to drag USA back into the game, it's just epic. Now, let's do what we got to do here. Let's start with this nerd. All right? Let's start with this old, washed, out of touch dweeb who probably got bullied in high school and just talks into a microphone about things that he has no idea what he's talking about. He just wants to have a quote so that it can get shared around social media so that I guess people go watch The Herd. I don't know, bro. Colin Cow nerd. Colin Cow shit. He said last week, Joel Embiid is the most overhyped, coddled, and over-discussed player in the NBA. Beyond padding his stats, Philadelphia keeps running coaches through him and teammates through him. He has yet to win a second-round playoff series. Colin, maybe, you know, giving Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers lap dances is the lane you should stay in. I know for a fact just by looking at you that you never dribbled a basketball. Maybe you did back when Bob Cousy was playing. You clearly do not watch the game. And saying shit like this, I know you old media guys are hanging on by a thread. You're just desperate for somebody to keep saying your name. This is actually not helping you. You're trying to move into the new era. You're on Volume Sports on YouTube. You're trying to segue into the new style of media. You're ruining your reputation with dumb shit like this because you're just proving to everyone that you don't actually watch basketball. So is the new generation, these kids coming up, are they watching Colin Cowherd? What? No. Skip Bayless is off TV now. The jig is up. You're next. Let's move on. Yes, this is a high noon. I need a seltzer company to sponsor me. Somebody sponsor me, all right? Whether it's Stateside Vodka, whoever it is, man, sponsor me. I'll drink your seltzers on the show. Legion Hoops used to be, I thought, a credible NBA source. I didn't know they were Joel Embiid haters. And once the Olympics started, I started to realize they are. And this was posted on July 15th. And again, a lot of the hate came from exhibition games and some game like y'all just couldn't give Joel Embiid time to get into basketball shape and find his role in this team in the middle of July. And also a big problem was Steve Kerr throwing random guys on the floor instead of actually finding an identity to the team. He finally found the identity to the team. Anyway, Legion Hoops posted this on July 15th. Anthony Davis needs to be starting over Joel Embiid for Team USA. It's not even close. And they've had a lot of other insinuating Embiid hate tweets. But a really fun one was this. Yesterday, before the game was over, Legion Hoops tweeted this. Nikola Jokic is 10 minutes away from leading one of the greatest basketball upsets ever. You were actually rooting against the United States because you hate Joel Embiid that much. And you all thought, there's plenty of tweets like this, by the way, where people called it before it was over. You actually thought Serbia was going to win this game, and you just couldn't wait till the game was over to tweet this. Nikola Jokic is 10 minutes away from leading one of the greatest basketball upsets ever. But the player that you consistently hate came into the game and ruined your little tweet. Sorry about it. And now we have these pages and content creators doing things like this. Let me make this clear. USA would have gotten spanked in this semifinal game without Joel Embiid. Respect. Whoever the fuck is behind Legion Hoops, I want you to know this. Nobody cares what you think, bro. We don't need your respect. Joel Embiid doesn't need you to tweet this. Sixers fans don't need you to tweet this. Nobody needs you to tweet this. Who do you think you are? What pedestal do you think you're on? Let me make sure they know that I respect what Joel... Shut the fuck up. How about that? Stay on the I hate Joel Embiid side. You're not welcome here. I only got a couple more. Don't worry. Legend of winning. Listen to this. This was an exhibition game, by the way. An exhibition game.
This nigga Embiid stinks, bro. He fucking stinks. This nigga has no fucking awareness defensively. Niggas just walking in the lane. Embiid, oh my God, he stinks. Fuck! Get him off the floor, my nigga! That nigga sucks! He fucking sucks, bro. Get that nigga in. Yo, get him off the floor, bro.
Now, I will say, as an entertainer, strictly an entertainer, this dude's hilarious. I never really watched him until these things started popping up, the Embiid hate and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here and laughing my ass off. So I know why he has so many followers. He's entertaining. Whether people are hate watching him or they love watching him, whatever it is, he's funny. All right. But all I'm saying is, you guys, this was an exhibition game. And you're screaming, Joel Embiid sucks. You're watching a unanimous MVP who just led the NBA in scoring for what? Almost the third season in a row. Was it 3 in a row? You have to know ball better than to scream out loud, Joel Embiid sucks. During an exhibition game before the Olympics even started. You got to know better than that. But, you know, I will, like I said, he's entertaining. And I think he's funny. I was laughing watching it. I don't know if I'm laughing with him or at him. But, you know. Here's another one. Sporting Logical, a big NBA YouTuber. He lets us know, too, just like Legion Hoops, I take it all back, Joel Embiid. The not playing against Jokic, the flopping, the falling, it's all forgiven. Wow. Thank you so much, Tucker from Sporting Logical. Joel Embiid does not need your forgiveness. You are not this important. That's the thing. Legion Hoops, whoever else, you guys aren't this important. Who the fuck are you? You're not this important, bro. Nobody needs you to apologize and say it's all forgiven. Nobody cares. You're not that important. And what I'm saying is, this is the first time you've watched Joel Embiid play live. These dudes, bro, these guys, these kinds of dudes here, these NBA YouTubers, they don't watch basketball. Here's what they do. Let me tell you. They wake up in the morning. They decide what they want to talk about. They say, I want to talk about the Dallas Mavericks. I want to talk about the Phoenix Suns. I want to talk about the LA Clippers. And they go and they read a bunch of news on the internet about this team and what's been happening, and they put together a narrative. Then they go find a bunch of clips and highlights and photos and everything else, and they put together a story, and they literally type it out and they read it off of a fucking teleprompter. These are not basketball players. These are not basketball fans. These are nerds writing stories. So all guys like this know is whatever narrative somebody put on Twitter, whatever highlight montage of Joel Embiid flops, whatever little 2-second play they picked out, that's all these people know. So you're exposing yourself because yesterday you finally watched him play live and you were like, wow, he's actually really good. Well, he doesn't just sit around flopping for 40 minutes. He doesn't just fall over the whole game. He actually does play against Nikola Jokic, even though he's 6-2 against Nikola Jokic, averages 30 points a game. His last 2 games against Jokic, he dropped 40, 10, and 15, whatever, bro. Nobody needs your apology. You guys are a bunch of nerds that don't watch basketball. And we don't care. And this is another reason why I can never be a mainstream NBA YouTuber. I can't be a mainstream NBA YouTuber. I can't be on an NBA podcast. I can't be one of these guys that sits around and says, well, here's my opinion on the Boston Celtics. You know, I think their interior defense has been struggling of late. Maybe they need to switch up but I hate the Boston Celtics. That's my take on other teams. You understand what I'm saying? Here's my take on the Knicks. I think OG Anunoby will really help them in the long run. I fucking hate the Knicks. That's my take on the Knicks. I fucking hate them. So I'll just be this Sixers YouTuber until the good Lord gives me my last day. All right, one of the last things here is who the hell is this guy? Mike Sielski, Philadelphia Inquirer, co-host on Sports Radio WIP. Of course, why not? Works for the same company Keith Pompey works for. Not Sixers fans, not basketball fans, just writers who graduated with a journalism degree and took the job that was offered to them in covering the city of Philadelphia's sports teams. Now, you could have just posted Joel Embiid had an amazing performance and led USA back. And no, but you had to say this, didn't you? You had to say this. He wasn't perfect. Not by any stretch. That's the first sentence of this quote. He wasn't perfect. What kind of backhanded, negative ass fucking quote is that, bro? He wasn't perfect, not by any stretch. But this was the kind of performance that the people who have watched Joel Embiid for a long time were waiting to see from him in a game that meant everything. He literally, instead of giving Joel Embiid his flowers, said he wasn't perfect and he hasn't done this in the playoffs for the Sixers. He did it in the Olympics. That's literally what he said. This is the kind of performance that the people who have watched Joel Embiid for a long time were waiting to see from him in a game that meant everything. That is just an absolutely pathetic quote from a pathetic article from a pathetic company full of pathetic people. One more thing I forgot to bring up here. Our boy Swipa Cam. Okay. And I like Swipa Cam as a person. We're cool. Okay. But his absolute maniacal I don't even know what to call what his connection to Nikola Jokic is. His constant, this is the best player to ever live and it's not even close type of shit is insane. All right. Let me find the tweet real quick. Here you go. Swipa Cam tweeted, and I tweeted Swipa Cam yesterday, and I said, rooting against the USA, SMH, right? And to be fair, if Joel Embiid was playing for Cameroon and let's say Cameroon was battling the United States, I would be rooting for Joel Embiid, but I would want the USA. It would be tough, okay? But he was flat out tweeting as if he is a big-time fan of Team Serbia. And Kevin Durant himself replied to the tweet. Swipa Cam said, Serbia just took the most talented team in the history of the planet to the wire with a medal on the line. Team USA was a 16-point favorite. The whole country should be proud. Kevin Durant replied to his tweet and said, where are you from? Now, I got to say, that's pretty legendary to get cooked by Kevin Durant. You've created some waves on the internet when Kevin Durant's replying to your tweet. So shout out to Swipa Cam for, again, I don't know if people are laughing with you or laughing at you, but you've gotten to the level where Kevin Durant replied to your tweet. All right. And then back to Legend of Winning, who I haven't, like I said, I've never really watched him on YouTube, but I do think he's hilarious now that I've seen him. And I think that he's overreactionary, and I think his Embiid hate during a exhibition game was ridiculous. But he was apparently in a Spaces after this game, and Swipa Cam was also in the Spaces. And Swipa Cam said something that pissed him off, and here's what he said to him.
He was on Player's Choice talking and assessing about what this player and this player is going to do on Serbia. He said, but none of that really fucking matters because at the end of the day, it just comes down to Jokic. Because when anybody else does anything, all you do is suck that nigga's cock. That's all you do. You literally said it. You said when it comes down to them winning, all it does, it comes down to Jokic. Now all of a sudden, when a nigga fucking loses and misses shots, oh my God, his teammates, shut up, nigga.
Bro. Swipa Cam is getting absolutely destroyed on the internet right now, and just epic. I don't think I have anything else to say, man. You couldn't write a better story. Joel Embiid comes back into the game. I mean, he sparked the comeback in the first quarter. He sparked the comeback in the fourth quarter. He was literally him and Steph Curry were the most valuable players on Team USA and saved Team USA from being upset in the semifinal round and almost not reaching gold medal against Nikola Jokic, Bojan Bogdanovic, and some other dudes that I've never heard of. And I don't know how. If there is still Embiid hate left, I don't know how. But it is what it is. This is the last time I'm probably going to call out Embiid haters. I'm only really doing this because it's the middle of August and I have nothing else to talk about. If it was during the NBA season, I would never waste time talking about Colin Cowherd or anyone else. But tomorrow is France versus USA. And another story that you can't write better than this. Joel Embiid, who turned his back on on France to decide to play for the USA, who even the French Prime Minister called out and said, I got him the citizenship, and then he said, I'm playing for USA. The entire country of France, is it a country? The entire country of France hates Joel Embiid. They maybe rigged the Olympics to make sure France was in the gold medal round. Now you get the French national team or the French Olympic team versus the most hated man in France. in a gold medal matchup, bro. You cannot write better stories than this. And Joel Embiid against Rudy Gobert averages 30 points per game. Joel Embiid versus Victor Wembanyama averages 45 points per game. On a little bit of a curve because he dropped 70 on Wemby's head. Joel Embiid wants so much blood tomorrow. Joel Embiid might want to beat this French team in France to win the Olympic gold in front of a bunch of dorks that hate him more than he wants to win anything in the world. And it's going to be prime time, and you don't want to miss it. And we're watching it live right here on this YouTube channel at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. I can't think of anything better. I can't think of anything better. I love you all, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. USA, 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 USA. But I do love that the competition around the world is getting better, and these games are turning into really, really good basketball games. And I don't know much about the Team France, but I hope it's as good of a game as I just watched yesterday, because that was a lot of fun. That's all I got. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. You're the best.